Dear students, welcome to Mahila Samaja Digital Classes. This is your maths tutor from Mahila Samaja High School. Welcome to the number system part 2. Dear students, in number system part 1, we have studied about the real numbers. That means real numbers are the combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers means numbers which are expressed in the form of P by Q. Then see, rational numbers are composed of integers and fractions and terminating and repeating decimals that are not integers. Then integers again composed of whole numbers and negative integers. Whole numbers are the numbers which is composed of 0 with natural numbers. Natural numbers are all the counting numbers. Dear children, you can remember the numbers, different types of numbers. Natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. Rational numbers and irrational numbers together called as real numbers. Dear children, you know that real numbers are the combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers. You also know that rational numbers are the numbers which are in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. But irrational numbers are the numbers which cannot be expressed as a ratio of two integers. That means irrational numbers are the numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. Dear children, in this number line, in the number line of the rational number, you can observe the rational numbers between 0 and 1. See, those numbers are 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 4 by 10, 5 by 10 and so on. Dear children, 1 by 10, the fraction 1 by 10 can also be written as 0.1, 2 by 10 as 0.2, 3 by 10 as 0.3, 4 by 10 as 0.4. That means if decimal point is there in any numbers, such numbers are called as decimal numbers, or we'll call it as decimals. And the numbers which are in the form of P by Q are considered as fractions. Dear children, in this video, you are going to study about the different types of fractions and different types of decimals in detail. The advanced types of decimals we are going to study in this presentation. Dear children, now let us know about what is fraction. Let us know about a simple definition of fraction. Fraction means part of a whole. Part of a whole. It can also be defined as a number that expresses equal parts of a whole object or set of objects. Fraction in general, fraction is represented as part by whole. Part by whole. That means if a whole is divided into 3 parts, then 2 parts we selected means we can represent it as 2 by 3. 1 by 2 means a whole is divided into 2 parts. Among the 2 parts, 1 part we selected. So that means 1 by 2. We can represent that as 1 by 2. 3 by 4 means A whole is divided into 4 parts. Among that, we choose the 3 parts so that it can be represented as 3 by 4. 4 by 7 means out of 7 pieces, we are selected the 4 pieces so that it can be written as 4 by 7. Dear children, a fraction has 2 parts. One is numerator and another one is denominator. Dear children, numerator gives us how many fraction pieces you have, and the denominator gives us how many fraction pieces your whole is broken into. That means consider you have an apple with you. If you cut that apple into 2 pieces, that 2 pieces, that means the pieces your whole is broken into is taken in the denominator, and if you share one piece with your friend means the remaining one piece is taken in the numerator. That means how many fraction pieces you have, that is taken in the numerator, and how many fraction pieces your whole is broken into is taken in the denominator. Dear children, numerator and denominator is separated by a fraction bar. This fraction bar represents the division. Dear children, we can convert the fraction into decimal by dividing numerator by the denominator. Children, here see different ways to represent the fraction is there. Here 4 circles are there. Among that 4 circles, only the one circle is colored with red, so that we can express this as 4 by 1. One colored part is there among the 4 circles, so that we can represent it as 1 by 4. Then see, in the second example, a number line is divided into 4 equal parts, and the first part is colored with the red, so that it can be written as 1 by 4. That means the one part is colored among all the 4 parts. Then if we take the fraction bar here, among that fraction bar is divided into 4 pieces. Among that, one piece is shaded, so that we can represent it as 1 by 4. That means the total number of pieces is 4 and the colored region is 1. So that out of 4, 1 is colored. We can represent it as 1 by 4. Then a circle is divided into 4 parts, and one part is colored, so that we can represent it as 1 by 4. And you can see more examples in this clip, children. See, fraction of a whole. Here, a yummy pizza is there. This pizza is cut into 3 parts. 1/3 of the pizza is eaten by you, and the leftover pizza is 2/3 of the pizza is left. 1/3 of the pizza is eaten, 2/3 of the pizza is left. That means, see, this is the way of expressing a part of the whole. Then in the second example, you can observe there is the collection of 3 glasses. In 3 glasses, 2 glasses were filled with water and 1 glass is empty. So that the empty glass can be represented as 1 by 3. That means 1 out of 3 glasses of water is empty, and the remaining 2 filled glasses can be represented as 2 by 3. That means 2 out of 3 glasses of water are filled. Dear children, let us know about the types of fractions. There are majorly 3 types of fractions are there. First one is proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction. In proper fraction, numerator is smaller than the denominator. Numerator is always smaller than the denominator. Here we can observe some examples. 1 by 2. Here 1 is the numerator, 2 is the denominator. Numerator is smaller than the denominator. 3 by 4, 5 by 6, 11 by 20, 21 by 25. See, among these examples, you can observe that numerator is smaller than the denominator. And in the figure, you can observe here out of 6 parts, 5 parts are colored so that we can express this as 5 by 6. 5 is the numerator, 6 is the denominator. Here 5 by 6 is the fraction, which is the proper fraction. Then let us come to the improper fraction. In improper fraction, numerator is equal or greater than the denominator. Improper fraction means numerator is equal or greater than the denominator. Let us know this one by seeing some examples. 3 by 2. 3 is the numerator, 2 is the denominator, where 3 is greater than 2, so that this fraction represents the improper fraction. Then 7 by 4, 6 by 5, 15 by 11, 10 by 10. See, 7 by 4, 6 by 5, 15 by 11. Among these three, numerator is greater than the denominator. Then in 10 by 10, numerator and denominators are equal. We can consider these type of fractions as improper fractions. Then in this picture, you can observe whole 6 parts. A whole is divided into 6 parts. Here 2 wholes are considered, and among these 2 wholes, 8 parts are colored, so that we can represent this as 8 by 2, 8 by 6, 8 by 6. Then let us move on to the mixed fractions. Dear children, mixed fraction means it is the combination of whole number and a proper fraction. A mixed fraction consists of a whole number and a proper fraction. Let us see about the examples. 1 by 2, that means 1 and half. 1 by 2. In this mixed fraction, 1 is the whole number and 1 by 2 is the fraction. 3 by 4. In this, 2 is the whole number part and 3 by 4 is the fraction part. 5 by 6. In this mixed fraction, 5 is the whole number part and 5 by 6 is the fraction part. So that, dear children, I think you understood about the types of fractions. Proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction. Proper fraction means numerator is smaller than the denominator. Improper fraction means numerator is equal or greater than the denominator. Mixed fraction means it consists of whole number and a proper fraction. Children, now let us move on to the decimals. Let us know about the definition of decimals. A fraction with an unwritten denominator of 10 or some power of 10 indicated by a decimal point is called as decimal. In simple, we can say it as decimal is a number with decimal point. 0.2, 0.25, 5.326, 7.95. These are all the examples for decimals. If we divide a numerator from the denominator, we will obtain the decimal. in this example, you can observe the parts of the decimal. Dear children, 17.591 is the example. Here, 17 represents the whole number part and 591 is the decimal part. Here, the decimal point separates the decimal part from the whole number part. 7 comes under units place, 1 comes under tens place. In decimal part, 5 comes under tenths place, TENTHS, or we can say 1 by 10th place. Then 9 comes under 100th place, that means 1 by 100th place. Then 1 comes under 1000th place. Children, once again observe this decimal number. 17 is the whole number part, point is the decimal point, 591 is the decimal part. Yes children, now let us come to the types of the decimal expansion or types of the decimals. Decimals are of two types, terminating decimals and non-terminating decimals. Decimals are of two types, terminating decimals, non-terminating decimals. Again, non-terminating decimals are divided into two more parts. One is repeating decimal and another one is non-repeating decimals. Let us know about terminating and non-terminating decimals. Dear children, here you can observe some of the examples for terminating decimals and repeating decimals. See, terminating decimals means the decimals which has finite number of terms are terminate. The word terminate means to end or to stop. See here, 1 by 2 is there. If we divide 1 from 2, we'll obtain the 0.5. Then 1 by 4 can be written as 0.25. 1 by 5 can be written as 0.2. 1 by 8 can be written as 0.125. 1 by 10 can be written as 0.1. That means these decimals has an end. But observe the below examples. In this 1 by 3, if we divide the 1 from 3, we'll get the quotient as 0.33333 continues, so on. It never ends. Repeating decimals go on forever. It never ends. 1 by 9 means 0.11111 so on. It never ends. Such decimals are called as non-terminating decimals. Terminating decimals means the decimals which has end. Non-terminating decimals means the decimals which continues forever. Children, let us know about the simple definition of a terminating decimal. See, a terminating decimal must have a finite number of digits after the decimal point. After the decimal point, if a number has finite number of digits, finite means countable number of digits, then it is considered as terminating decimal. Here you can observe some of the examples. 0.375. Here 375 means 3 digits are there. That means countable number of digits are there. In the second example 7.2459, there are 4 digits. Then in 9.8, 1 digit is there. In minus 0.73467, there are 5 digits. All these four decimals has finite number of digits after the decimal point. Such a decimal is called as a terminating decimal. Dear children, once again, a terminating decimal means a decimal must have a finite number of digits after the decimal point. Dear children, let us observe the example for terminating decimal. Here, 5 by 8 is the fraction. It can be written as 5 divided by 8. From 8, we want to divide the 5. But it is not possible because 8 is the greater number than the 5. So that put the point in the quotient and take zeros. See here, if we take the 0, it becomes 50. 5 becomes 50. Then let us find the nearest number for 50. 8 6 are 48. So if we subtract the 48 from 50, we'll get the difference 2. Then now also it is not possible to divide the 2 from 8 because 8 is the greater number. So that we kept once if we get the decimal point means we can take one more 0 here. Then it becomes 20. 20. Now the nearest number for 20 is 16. 8 2s are 16. In 20, 16 goes means again we'll get the 4. Now take one more 0, it becomes 40. 8 5s are 40. Then we obtain the remainder as 0. Then the division comes to an end. So that we can express the 5 by 8 as 0.625. It has countable number of terms in the decimal part. So that this is considered as terminating decimal. And let us move on to the non-terminating decimals. A non-terminating decimal is a decimal number that continues endlessly. That means it doesn't have finite number of terms. It continues, the quotient continues endlessly. Okay, children, here there are the example for non-terminating decimals. 0.3 bar. 1 by 3 can be represented as 0.3 bar. Bar means if we divide the 1 from 3, we'll get the decimal as 0.33333 so on. Here 3 repeats forever. The repeated number can be represented as 3 bar. Dear children, in this clip, you can observe there is a dash above the 3. That dash represents that 3 is the repeating part in the decimal 0.3. 0.3 bar. And the second example is 25 by 26. Say if we divide the 25 from 26, we'll obtain the decimal as 0.961538 so on. So that here in this second example, no digit is repeated. Here only we can observe the differences in the example. Say in first example, the 3 is the repeating digit. Only the 3 repeats forever. But in the second example, no other number repeats or continuously repeats. Dear children, non-terminating decimal means a decimal which has a infinite number of digits. Here more examples are there for non-terminating decimals. Children, as I said, non-terminating decimals are of two types, recurring or repeating decimals. Non-recurring or non-repeating decimals. Dear children, let us see the example for recurring or repeating decimals. The fraction 2 by 3 can be written as 0.66666 so on. Here the 6 is the repeating part, so that we can we can write this 0.666 so on as 0.6 dash. This dash or 6 bar represents the 6 is a repeating part. Then 3 by 11, which is equal to 0.27272727 so on. Here the 27 repeats forever, so that it can be expressed in simple as 0.27 bar. Here 27 is the repeating part, so that this is called as recurring decimal or repeating decimal. Then 11 by 6, it can be written as 1.833333 so on. Here 1.8 do not repeats again, but 3 repeats forever, so that 1.83 bar. 3 is the repeating part, so there is a bar above the 3. And see, if it comes to the example for non-recurring or non-repeating decimals, the value of root 2 is 1.41421356237309 so on. Here no digits repeat again continuously. Then root 3. The value of root 3 is 1.73205080756887 so on. Here also no other digit repeats forever. Then the pi value. Pi. The value of pi is 3.14159265 goes on. That means it continues. Here there is no repeating part, so that such decimals are called as non-repeating decimals, and the decimals which has the repeating digit are called as repeating decimals. There are two types in the non-terminating decimals. One is repeating decimals and another one is non-repeating decimals. The children clearly observe the examples to understand the repeating and non-repeating decimals. Dear children, here is the simple flowchart to understand the repeating and non-repeating decimals. Dear children, non-terminating decimals again divided into two types, repeating decimal and non-repeating decimal. Repeating decimal means it can be converted into fraction. Repeating decimal means the digits that is in a decimal part, the digit goes on continuing. It can be converted into fraction. Repeating decimal can be converted into fraction, and so that because of this reason it can be converted into fraction. That means it can be expressed in the form of p by q, so that these numbers are considered as repeating decimals are considered as rational numbers. Then non-repeating decimals means it cannot be converted into fractions because there is no repeating part here, and it is highly impossible to convert non-repeating decimals into fractions, so that the non-repeating decimals cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. Hence, the non-repeating decimals are called as irrational numbers. Once again, children, non-terminating repeating decimals are rational numbers. Non-terminating, non-repeating decimals are irrational numbers. Rational numbers means the numbers expressed in the form of p by q. Here, the repeating decimal can be converted into fraction form, so that repeating decimals are considered as rational numbers and The non-repeating decimals cannot be converted into fraction form, so that the non-repeating decimals are considered as irrational numbers. Dear children, let us know about the definition for non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. Decimals which neither end and nor have a repeating part. Neither end nor have a repeating part are called non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. These numbers do not represent rational numbers. Children, please note down this point. Non-terminating and non-repeating decimals do not represent the rational numbers. Example for non-terminating and non-repeating decimals are root 2. The value of root 2 is 1.41421356, so on. Another example is 2.2360679, so on. Here, few more examples are there for non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. The value of root 2 is 1.4142135623, so on. The value of root 3 is 1.37320508075, so on. The value of root 26 is 5.0990195113, so on. These are the examples for non-terminating, non-repeating decimals which represents the irrational numbers. Now, let us know about the definition for irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are the numbers that cannot be written as a quotient or that cannot be written as a fraction. These numbers are non-repeating and non-terminating decimals. And here are the few examples for irrational numbers. Root 2, root 3, pi, 7 by 0 are the examples for irrational numbers. Dear children, the value of pi is a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. 3.1415926535, it's so on. It continues further, 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 further. You can see the huge value of the pi, huge decimal part of the pi in this clip. Dear children, in this presentation, we studied about the fractions and types of fractions, decimals and types of decimals. There are majorly two types of decimals, terminating decimal, non-terminating decimal. In non-terminating decimal, again two more types are there. One is repeating decimal and another one is non-repeating decimal. Repeating decimal is a rational number, non-repeating decimal is an irrational number. Dear children, I think the concept is clear for you now. Thank you. Have a great day.